Hello everybody and welcome back to the show as we move on to the second match of the evening, afternoon, early night for wherever the heck you are in the world. But all that matters is that we are united for some Counter-Strike action. And it's going to be Clint versus Apeks on the verge of elimination, Keith. A do or die for both of these squads. And they've had a rough season. And to be surprised, I am a little... to be honest, I'm a little surprised that Apeks has struggled this much, considering I thought they were one of the better teams in our league, but they seem to have had a pretty tough draw so far.
Yeah, and they've been playing in the Home Sweet Home Cup.
Pistol's
pretty
already
much
underway, so
they've been playing in the Home Sweet Home Cup on weekends, right? And they haven't been having a lot of success there either. The losses to, well, unfortunately, Spirit, Complexity, Forza, LDLC. Two of those teams I think they could beat. But yeah, losing to Skade. Both these teams are 0-2, by the way, Roy. So someone's getting eliminated.
Who shall it be? Better map to do it on than Dust 2, the most brawly of maps so far in the pool. And it is going to be Apeks trying to hold it back from all the way back side. And the double sight hold is just a little too strong for the Glock sometimes. And it is Apeks to draw blood and pick up the pistol round here. Now, CLEANTmix has... The only person who I recognized from prior was Crit Your Face. We saw him, I think he was on Pack before. He's a pretty strong Polish player. And I didn't really expect much from Clint, right? Because I didn't really know what to expect from them. They've shown me signs that they are a good team. But they've also shown me signs of kind of like the infancy phase of the team, right? Where like their structure isn't really there yet. Their identity has not formed, Keith.
Yeah, they're kind of still in the transition phase as a team, I'd say. Definitely have the pieces with Crit Your Face, and I think FRZ has been impressive. Coyote has his moments, but yeah, it's kind of about coming together. They're probably still working out some basics. I don't think they've been a team for too long. I'm just gonna take a guess and say they probably haven't been a thing for too long. But hey, I believe, given time, this team could be pretty good. And so far into this round, they've actually found 2 kills. More specifically, FRZ has been able to find 2 kills. And if he can get one more, that would be pretty sick. And he has a chance to plant.
Wait, no one?
Yeah, this is but here's the thing. How do you cross? I don't think Dennis is going to let you.
Yeah, I don't think Dennis is going to let him either. But there was like 15 seconds where like no one at all was watching long. Had he been sprinting, he would have just gone up. But now it's... Oh! Well, that's one way to cross. Wait, this is doable.
Wow. Yeah, it is.
Got the headshot angle. There's no Molotov to clear him off. If there's no long flank, he will be in a pretty strong position. Oh!
Yo, give him the ace. He has earned it. How long does it take FRZ to realize he's coming long? He's going to start to worry. He's going to start to jiggle. He spots him. He has a flash. He's going to bang this off the sign. Reposition. Marcelius spots him, sprays him down to 15. No armor. FRZ is stuck. He repositions. Oh, he even tags him. Not gonna lie, I'm typically not biased, but I really wanted that Deagle ace because that was slick.
Yeah, screw that. I'm biased. I want the person who's earning the rounds to get it, Keith. You give me a nice Deagle clip. If you give me a nice Deagle round, I will cheer you on. An unfortunate ending there for FRZ, who's looking for the ace clutch. All nice shots leading up to that point. A little bit rough for Ware at the end there, but overall, he's done the damage. He's made it extremely expensive, and he's weakened the purchase here for Apeks from what could have been a much stronger purchase for Ikez and Gruz, as well as for their utility. Luckily, Dust 2 it's not quite the Inferno, right? You don't need as much utility on this map as you would on Nuke or Inferno.
I wonder if Maddie is going to find any luck with this op. He is number 7 on your minimap. Keep that in mind. Looking towards middle. In the meantime, Coyote. Ooh, the flash was going to come out towards long. It just hit someone on the way. FRZ and Co. going to try to find Russ. And FRZ does trade it out. He is the man of the match right now. We'll see if that continues for CLEANTmix. He's the man. I mention him And he starts having one hell of a game. In the meantime, Black towards mid. Damage to Marcelius, but still alive. Just throws the CT smoke and will back on out. Black Terror not wanting to mess with that any longer. But in the meantime, Truth is pushed up short. 1-2 for Truth. Showing us he can stand tall. Coyote does get dinked. That's so unfortunate.
Yeah, I think that dink might have just sealed the fate here. Nice play on Cat. Actually, he misses the shot. There's a chance here for Coyote, who taps away.
8 seconds.
Yeah, he has to force the plan immediately, and it will go down, but Akez is not relenting. He's pushing all the way through. He does eliminate him and deny the bomb plant. Op is picked up, and a solid round for Apeks, all things considered. I think the biggest part is denying that bomb plant, because if they hadn't, I think Clint would have probably forced spot off that.
Yeah, I agree. $800 extra per person. It's still $800 per person on loss with plant. Plus, I think the player gets extra $300 on top of that, right? Is that still?
Yes.
If memory serves. So yeah, planting is very rewarding. Could have seen them buying up if that would have happened, but no, not to be. And I've been impressed with Apeks, right? Perhaps maybe not in Winners League, getting a little shut down, but I've been doing the home cup on weekends, and they've been playing well individually, not getting the wins, but playing up against like LDLC and Spirit and Fours and
Complex we're talking about.
Yeah, Apeks and Complexity. Individually speaking, Marcelius and Gruss have really impressed me throughout their matches against topper tier opponents. But for some reason, the team as a whole just isn't clicking. Granted, they have been trying to slot in a 5th player here and there, so it's weird when you're moving a 5th in and out.
Yeah, definitely. To be fair, though, I do think that Dennis is a really solid pick for these guys. He does not have the most insane firepower, but I think he's a very well-rounded individual that will be able to kind of help them transition from the early round to the mid round to the end round. Now it's going to be Akez firing off on the window. He spots several players headed his way. And the support is here. Everyone's here. All party. And not a single kill for the Clint side. So Apeks, flawless route for them. MP9 gets 2 kills out of that as well. So a bit of extra cash on that end. Also, Keith, I think Truth has the highest elo on Faceit. Or did have the highest elo on Faceit at one point.
Damn.
I think he's like up to like 7,000 or something.
I was almost there. I was like at 2,000 at one point. What? Actually, 2,300. Because when you hit level 10, you get like 2,300-ish. I was level 10. You know, I was almost there. That's kind of wild, though. That's a lot of winning and not a lot of losing. That's crazy. Ooh, Marcelius. The B tunnels push with an op. Oh, so deadly. It works once in a blue moon, but when it works, it's a freebie. Gruss, though, I'm not sure on that one. Perhaps was going to get flashed in by Dennis, but Dennis didn't even have any utility. Gruss just gets caught pushing a smoke. And now just like this, although Apeks get the opening kill, they immediately give it back, and CLEANTmix can start running up long. Marcelius is here and jump up with the op. That molly is going to spread to Truth. He has to swing, can't put it out. And Marcelius finding a gap for the smoke. He can't. Maddie's got him. Can he find Akez? Headshot to follow. CLEANTmix get the round. 4K from Maddie. And I thought Apeks had that in the bag, just overstepping.
You say overstepping. I say really solid flashbangs from Clint that did pretty much denied anyone to find any sort of advantage there. Not even just the flashes, just the overall utility usage on that long take was pretty on point. Now, unfortunately, Apeks does not have enough money left over for the buy here, so they're going to go for the pistol. No armor, mostly, except on Dennis. FRD has opened up the B site, and Crit Your Face now limited to the B player. I think off those 2 kills, that should spell B spray or B hit. The bomb is transitioning. Hey. Wait, they go A off a kill B and a kill mid? Surely not.
It's kind of wild, yeah. Truth gets one, and he's backing up. They're still going to go A. Dennis is here on ramp with a deagle. We know he's good in pistol rounds, but is his deagle up to the task here? Gruss. Oh, I thought he was going to be caught off guard, but he finds a headshot on Coyote. He's falls. Dennis with the deagle. There we go. 2 for the man. And it's just FRZ, the one who almost ace in the second round. Can he close this out? Apeks, a light half buy for them. FRZ stands alone, up on the ground. AK is on the ground. And with 35 seconds for him to work, he's going to come back to short. Does he expect true positioning? What a flick. And this may send him to B.
What are the hesitations on the fallbacks here?
I don't know. He's really committed to A, and Apeks aren't moving. They're committing together. And they're going to give him the fights. He gets a reload. Did he forget Dennis with sight? He did. And Dennis gets 3. And Apeks do robbery again. And Dennis got the up. Oh.
Wow. That was... Okay. One, credit to Dennis. That was an amazing shot there for the Deagle. Nothing taken away from Apeks here whatsoever. They played that to the best of their ability. I just can't help but feel like Clint made several errors in that round in their decision-making process. Like, I mean, that did not make too much sense to me. I'm really curious to know what the comms are like in that scenario because I'm genuinely confused. But either way, right now, CLEANTmix is down a player. Black Tier has been eliminated as Apeks look to solidify their lead here with a potential 6-1 on the board. And Marsalius plucks Coyote out of the server as well. And now it's just 3 remaining players for Clint here.
Slowly up short. First he applies pressure mid. Can Create Your Face get an entry to this site, Roy? He's going wide, and Truth just gets caught repositioning, jumping on top of the truck. Gross's nade should be great. That's good. Maybe not great. The wrong G word. But Apeks maintain long control. Retaking from long is deadly, and Dennis is on one. He is just hitting every shot. Maddie and FRZ going to group up towards short. They dodge the flash. Good trades, and Akes gets it. Apeks are trading well and stealing a couple rounds away. I think CLEANTmix could have definitely had a few more here, but Apeks are stepping it up.
I'm liking this form right now from Dennis, though. Now, CLEANTmix, their economy situations have gone away for now. Temporary distractions from a bigger problem here for CLEANTmix, as they do have the buy key, 5 AKs. The problem is no scoped weapons to contest on what is a double op setup here for Apeks. Typically considered the bread and butter for the defenses. Gives you the most versatility in terms of approach, gives you the most pick potential, and it forces the terrorists to continuously use utility as they give away their intent. Now it's going to be several Molotovs going flying out mid. That's going to be a telltale sign for Truth here as to what's going on. But actually, it's Marsalius to pluck one and crit your face. Excuse me. That is Truth. He tags that player and then he finishes him off. That is so unfortunate. Player's now left in a pretty unfavorable scenario, and he's only good for 1 before he straight it out, Keith. And the 7-1 score line always makes an appearance. Hello.
Seemingly, at least with us, Roy, it happens. CLEANTmix gonna have to buy Deagles. Oh man, Apeks is playing really well, Roy, and I hope you don't hear the printer behind me. It's printing instructions for CLEANTmix.
Oh, so about 20 pages?
30 actually. You're close though.
Nah, jokes aside, they're up against a pretty big beast. I think Apeks is tired of it, if I'm being completely honest. Woo, okay, Dennis.
Okay. It's something to work with. Truth back towards his car position with the op. Maddie's gonna post. Does not matter. Truth gets dinked, but he's gonna keep on swinging. Dennis is here to support. His spray. Ooh. Hurt your face. You know, any damage is good damage in rounds like this from CLEANTmix. Getting 3, not shabby.
Yeah.
Apeks. So this has been a really quick pace. Dust to all things considered. I don't think we've seen one mid to B, but it came on an eco round from CLEANTmix. Perhaps I'd like to see them settle into that, work a default. Most defaults most teams are running is 3 lower, 1 stays upper, 2 go lower to mid, throw the hinge smoke, get short, and work from there. But CLEANTmix is going to continue to try to take the fight to long. That flick from FRZ was absolutely filthy, as Koyo is going to find the pit player, dink his teammate just for good measure. And now they're going to try to run it to the site. Through the smoke comes Truth. No luck as Maddie's posted. And that is a feverish, quick run up long from CLEANTmix.
It's crazy how in some rounds Clint looks extremely clean, and in some rounds they just look so messy. And in this round, it was almost perfection, right? Matthew with the backup all the way to the back of long, denying any sort of peek from behind the smokes. Like, it's literally as textbook as they can get for Clint. So I guess they got one of those pages of instructions you were printing, Keith. On the unfortunate
I did just fax it, so it should have gotten there, yeah.
Oh, perfect timing. I think the best part here for Clint is that they've at least done damage throughout their losses. And now Apeks is at a point where now if they find themselves in unfavorable scenarios, they almost have to save. And now they're saving these 2 guns, which will be their final buy. And if Clint can follow up here with another round, that should theoretically give Clint an opportunity to bring this half back and potentially in a tie. And I want to remind people that this is still considered a Seaside map online and at this level of play. Like, as you go higher in the tiers and as we go lower on the ping into land, this does become a little bit CT-sided. But online, typically, this is extremely T-sided.
Ooh, an opening pick from Marcelius. And just good trades all around for Apeks. They may lose a cat player in Gruss, but Dennis is there. He'll get his one as FRZ looks towards middle. May get a flash peek. His flicks are absolutely disgusting. He has done... You should have seen the one he did at long last round, Roy. He was running out, looking towards the corner, and flicks the player in pit. I'm telling you, FRZ is absolutely talented. It is not even fair. As they're going to take it to B now. FRZ knows where truth is. He's going to deal with the door player and the spray transfer. Oh, he is just having a game. He'll molly door and jump across. Can he plant? Yes, siree. As it's all on Marcelius. Maddie has posted window. And FRZ's got another 4K. Dude, he is playing some unreal Counter-Strike. The flick on door, Roy, I swear. The one on long, this guy is just really zoned in.
Yeah, I mean, he wants it. You can tell that he wants it. He's not going to give this one up for free. But he needs some help, right? Like, one player can only keep you in the game for so long.
Yeah.
But they've picked up an important round. He stepped up when he was most needed. Oh, Create Your Face follows you, gives up an off. Nah, he's going to back out.
There you go. That should be that. Marcelius gets caught trying to back on out. CLEANTmix get 4. Here we go. Things are getting better. But here comes the buyback from Apeks. Marcelius has his op. He's been good for a pick or two. And CLEANTmix are going to keep running with his double op. Create Your Face and Maddie. And there's Marcelius finding Maddie. Although the flash came through, it only partially hit him. And now Apeks can take long control. Gruss has been doing the smoke and pushing up aggressively once in a blue moon. He's enjoyed doing so. And in fact, he drops his rifle in the door for the op, Roy. A brazen choice. But will it pay off? Yes. Yes, it will. Black Tear. Gets caught. Yeah. Did I say tear? I meant tear.
Oh, tears and crying?
No, yeah, it's tear. I'm losing my mind, Roy. It's okay.
All right, Keith.
I'm gonna take a sip of my iced tea, and we'll be back to reality. Oh!
And sometimes reality means getting your head blown off, although you've been in a pretty strong position for the whole time. And there's nothing you can do about it. So there's that. The problem right now for Clint is how to convert off these positions. Like, yeah, you have mid-control, but there's still 2 defending players here on this B site. One has not been eliminated. The other one is still alive, but he's not quick enough to turn around. And somehow, Clint have evened it up as well as gained access to the B bomb site. No utility in hand here for Clint, so they can't deny the choke points.
Oh. They know Create Your Face is here. Yeah. Seemed like a formality, Roy. Double ops retrieve from Apeks. They get the... I feel like long is just on lock, isn't it? Like, when CLEANTmix gets the spawns and they send more than one player there, it's a fair contest. But lately, it's just been locked down by Apeks. And we haven't seen a traditional default that a lot... As I mentioned, a lot of teams on Seaside does do. 3 towards lower, Those two players go down, boost, clear catwalk, do the hinge smoke, right? Jump up to cat. That Opper and mid will push up, flash them cat. We haven't necessarily seen that from CLEANTmix, but everyone has a different look. That's just the default I've been seeing a lot lately. Maddie is gonna fall, not expecting someone to be close double doors. Marcelius, again the B push with an op. It bears fruit for the second time this game, this half, as Gruss posted up on short, has a rifler in support. Do they know there's a second player there? Marcelius is popping off in mid, and it's just Coyote. Alone and afraid, Roy. In a big world, and nearly with 2 kills, but Apeks on double-digit CT side. That's a lot. That's a big number.
Wowza! 10-4. Apeks are having a phenomenal half key. This round is, I almost feel like crucial. Although 11-4, 10-5, not a massive difference. I still feel like they need this round. Create your fate. Nice forward position.
You alright? Sounds like you broke there.
My heart, Keith. It is broken.
Okay. Unfortunate. Oh, Black Terror will fall. It is just Coyote again alone. This time he does get one and get out. And he has the bomb with some utility. I believe, Roy. I do believe. He's gonna come towards mid. He can go mid to B, smoke it off. He could honestly walk it the whole way if he really wanted.
I don't think he can. I think Dennis at some point will be covering. Oh,
did he
spot him?
He did. Yeah, he did. Dennis is starting to run, but Coyote is taking his time. Is Dennis gonna get here in time? Coyote just took way too long. That is so unfortunate. He walked the whole way.
Surely they've known that Dennis has been the A player, right?
Yeah, I think so. And I'm pretty sure the other player live was, who was it? Apeks. And I'm pretty sure he's been the A player too.
Okay.
Could be wrong.
I mean, yeah, I guess it's difficult to tell because you eliminated 3 players long. Some people send 4 people. I can see the confusion. 11-4. 11-4 typically means 1 pistol round is extremely important. 2, if you can't get the next gun round, it's pretty much GG. So, I think a really solid start here for Clint is definitely the way to go. And right now, their setup to do that is to send 1 player pushing aggressive top mid, gaining information. Crit your face will be holding towards Cat in the headshot angle with the USP. You might as well continue to take duels with the 15 HP, but he eventually falls to Gruz, who is not missing any shots today.
He doesn't seem to be. Dennis, Pistol Master Dennis, is going to entry onto the player who tried to hide in car. Retaking B with just a smoke, no flash is going to be so hard. Can FRZ be given a fair fight? Given a fair shake? As Coyote will seemingly want to group with him, just clearing tunnels, making sure there's no flank coming through. Is he going to push tunnel? Is he saving? I feel like this is a must go for, no?
Yeah.
I mean, now granted, if the scoreline was like 8-7 or a bit closer, I'd say, yeah, you can afford to save the armor. But in a situation when you're down 11-4, I think just going for it and testing your luck in a 4v2 is definitely the move.
Yeah, I also feel like if FRZ had the more important, for anyone who's saving, it should have been the man with the K and the smoke. Not the light armor that's already been damaged. Semantics, though. Small, minute details, nuances. But the CLEANTmix will go for the force buy. Now, this force buy, if it's not successful, Keith, that it will allow Apeks to go up to 14 here, potentially, if they're able to convert this round and the next eco. But triple scouts on Dust 2 are a very strong purchase, and it's off to a terrible start here for Clint, but nice shot by Coyote to bring it back. So back down to 4s. Many players have been spotted towards long A now by FRZ, who unfortunately the scouts are not here to pick them apart.
Apeks, seemingly like they're nervous of someone flanking them, Roy. They want to go back, and they're going to do it with a flash. I respect their reserve. They understand that CLEANTmix have to force and perhaps someone push top mid. So extremely cautious is Apeks. We're now going to start taking it back too long. And CLEANTmix don't really know where to rotate, Roy. They have no info. They're peeking towards mid. I think this is a stack B. If they don't come, you just save anyway. I think that's kind of the move. Especially at this point, you don't want to try to get caught rotating back into CT. Especially with Truth playing that, throwing that deep smoke CT. So as soon as that blooms, that should do it, Roy.
Flash goes high. Oh, okay, Black can see. Black is a god. I can barely see through that, and we're on the spectator side. We have an X-ray, and I can barely see through that. He gets the tag off, and it doesn't appear like they're even budging, so I think they're going to be going to hold on to these weapons, trying to get in the next round, especially considering now that they have the, not only the scouts, but they also have the AK as well on FRZ. Blacktier and Matty could get armor with these scouts, and they can genuinely contest this next round, and it would be a big, big win for them if they can convert this next one with these saved weapons. I thought they fixed that angle from B to long.
Wait, I thought they lowered the wood. What? That angle's... How is that even fair? That's actually really gross. Not gonna lie, Roy, I didn't even know that existed.
Oh my lordy, lord. I am so sorry, everybody.
Kind of cute, though. Bless you.
Thank you. Cute is one thing to describe that. Feels like my insides are destroying themselves.
Yeah. Yeah. You ever sneeze and your muscles hurt, your arms and shoulders? You know what I'm saying? Truth?
You just gave
Entering towards long? Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, no. It's not kiss me through the phone. It's sneeze through the phone. It's Truth. Pushing up long. He's gotten 3. Going for 4. Tagged up with a scout. Coyote is rotating. Marcelius is going to hold the cross in mid. Nice headshot. And Blacktier, not a lot going for him here.
Yeah, for sure. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god.
All the nades.
I think the worst part about being down so much is that, like, Apeks are not gonna abide by anything that makes any sense in the textbook of CS. You know what I mean? Like, they're just gonna be wilding with all their duels. They're gonna be a lot more bloodthirsty, a lot more likely to take continuous duels that ideally, and in a vacuum, make no sense. But when you have a lead, anything's possible. Now it's gonna be aggression here towards long, willing to take the risk once again, and Gruz is leading the charge, absolutely destroying Create Your Face with the op. And now they're doing assault on the A site. On top of the site is good for 1, but he's immediately traded out by Akez. We're now only leaving FRZ by himself to defend. But the splits, they're just everywhere, Keith. The lurks have been dealt with for now. The 2 versus 3. FRZ hiding towards Gandalf might... If anyone has a key in this round, it's going to be FRZ here. Blacktier will serve merely as a distraction.
Oh, he gets mollied out. At least he gets his 1, Roy, to make it a 1v1. Dennis versus Blacktier. He's going to get mollied, and Dennis is looking for the fight, and Dennis wins it. How is that fair, Roy? The molly to the jump up peak. Dennis gets it done. 15 for Apeks. CLEANTmix halted at 4. Their buy will include an M4 or a couple. But it's just Apeks showing true form right now.
I love that you said that, true form, because this is kind of what we've expected from Apeks all along, right? Now I'm not sure if this is like a clash of clash of the matchups, but sometimes it happens. This is what I've been wanting to see from Apeks. Solid, on point, like a lot of X Factor players, a lot of really strong aim, really good strats, amazing split timings, good lurks. Like, this is what we've been wanting from this side. Now the bomb is being planted towards the B site. There's no save option here for Clint. They must go for this. Double M4s. The op for Create Your Face, who's extremely wounded, and Dennis is going to be so savage here. Create Your Face is already gone. He's destroying so much time here for Clint, and has reduced Matty to 38 HP.
Oh, you missed the molly. Oh, double molly window. Yeah, Roy, this is looking tough. No kit. Have to come through a smoke. There's constant flashes over the top. Coyote and Matty can't see a thing. They do get a kill. Coyote comes in, but that's going to be that. It is going to be 16, I believe it was to 4, Roy. And that is, you're right, that is the Apeks we want to see. Marcelius with the op showing up, going 19-9, 21 for Dennis, by the way, who I think could still compete at a relatively high level. I think it's perfect for him to kind of come into this lineup, kind of pull like a Hunden and build up the young talent. He clearly has a lot to give, not only in game, but I imagine he's gonna like really fine tune a lot of their defaults and a lot of their strats, and kind of make it so it'll click, right? Because he's gonna have like that extra mindset, that next level where he knows what works and what doesn't. Where the rest of the Apeks boys might be still trying to figure that out, but I think this Apeks lineup definitely has a bright future. Same with the CLEANTmix, by the way. Don't think just because they lost 14-4. Yes, it was an outclassing. Unfortunately, we have to say goodbye to CLEANTmix. But I think that team, given time, because it hasn't been that long, could really come together. You could see they were just kind of lacking and got a little flustered when it came to defaults and getting picked. But other than that, I think Apeks is scary to be in the 1 and 2 pool. I wouldn't want to play them.
Yeah, I mean, they're sure to be in the 0 and 2 pool, let alone the 1 and 2 pool, who are there now will be gatekeeping many teams. But I still have hope in the Apeks side. Unfortunately for Clint, their run here has come to an end. It has been a pleasure to watch you guys play. We hope to see you again in the next season. Thank you guys for participating, and thank you for providing thousands of people entertainment on a weekly basis. We do appreciate you being here. Of course, congratulations to Apeks as they hold on. And I imagine we will be seeing a much better version of Apeks moving forward. I think they're just getting tired of losing, right? They've had a rough start. Now it's just like, okay, we've come to the wall. We're at a dead end. It's time to fight for our lives. And they're doing that perfectly, I must say. But this storyline comes to an end, Keith, and we have to move on to the next one. It is going to be Fate versus Espada. This is the 2-0, if I'm not mistaken, or the 1-1. Yeah, these are the 1-1, excuse me. Espada did take a L. But this is going to be an extremely interesting matchup between these two sides, right? Zix, Duplicate, Nikki, Mar for the Fate side. But Espada, these guys have been insane lately. And the craziest part about this is when I'm looking at the odds, Keith, I'm not seeing a heavy overdog underdog. But in my mind, I feel like Espada is the much stronger team for some reason. I could be wrong, but I'm thinking Dexter, Sotfik, Finnegan, Dima, Patty, like those guys have been so good together, and they've been a squad for quite a while as well. So I am very excited for this coming matchup, which will be happening in 15 minutes, by the way, if you are wondering. And before we go to a break, please do follow our socials: Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch. Follow this man, me down here below, and our producer, Observer Melanie. And for now, we will be back. Enjoy the music, and we'll see you in 15 minutes for the final match of the evening.